again and try not to get that sort of game over, I guess. Alright then. Yeah, it's resembling that. Oh, right, so what's your name? I think we'll go with... let's see. Go with... Actually... Trebinia. There you go.
A lovely...
Yeah, whatever. So we've already gone through this part, obviously, so... Dragon Company.
Booyah! Dragon Company.
Yes, we'll just go with that still. Go there fast. We'll keep siding with her though, just see if we can actually get yeah, whatever. Just see if we can get something a bit different happening. So going for the funeral, the grandfather, the father's being annoying. And Susie's right. Leave it alone, I guess. There was no use, yeah, we'll try doing a few things different. There was no use talking to him about this. It would be like, yeah, that's it, can't skip anymore. It would be like reopening a wound or reapplying a bruise. I sighed. He gave me a side glance out of curiosity, but didn't pursue it further. Typical. And yeah, we just skip on to that. We find the guys. Actually, hit him again, why not? Can't get enough of that. Yeah, protect ourselves. Yep. Already done that. I think I'll keep it actually. And yeah, we haven't done that before, right? Why not? It's the thought that counts, right? You wanted to cheer me up after all. I picked up the doll and looked at it closely. Sure, it looked pretty weird at first, but it could be cute if looked at from a certain angle. I gave him a small smile. Thanks.
You're welcome. It's good to see you smiling, even though the thing I made still kind of creeps me out. Anyway, you should come with me to the dining room. We're almost finished with the food, and, well, I don't mean to brag, but we're pretty decent chefs.
No, how are you now? Well, I suppose so. Sounds great to lead the way. Something smells good. We have dinner again.
I'm all ears if you...
oh, no, actually, no. We'll do no this time. It's fine. Maybe another time.
Very well. Here's your seat, then.
Outstanding.
Let me get your chair for you, lovely lady.
God. Anyway, yeah, we'll just continue smacking the crap out of everyone. Yeah, why not? Sorry. And here we go again. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yes, the laugh thing. So I didn't. So we laughed at something happening. Oh. Couldn't hold in my laughter anymore. As I laughed, Matthew and Sam looked my way, faces stuffed.
Is something funny? What are you laughing at?
I stopped to catch my breath. I leaned over the table and took a few breaths before replying. You both are so funny. Both of their faces turned a slight pink before they looked away from me, and they swallowed the food in their mouths.
Shut up! We're not funny. We're hungry.
Indeed.
Well, we're glad that we made you laugh.
Shut up, Matthew!
What? I'm just saying.
See, James, it's entertainment for her.
Indeed, quite so. They were funny to me. At least they enjoyed the food. As I watched, I took a couple of pieces of food for myself and placed them on my plates before eating as well. Eventually, blah blah, we got the phone call. Coming over, going to be doing the party. Now, let's see. Get creative fast. Ah, yes. Yeah, let's go with something more ridiculous. They're my brothers.
They're your brothers? Since when did you have brothers?
There was no use. There was no time to lie to them. Oh, I felt helpless. Wait, was that? Yeah, okay. Then I felt a hand on my shoulder and felt the tension in my body almost fade away. I turned my head to see James smile at me before stepping in front of me.
We must apologize, ladies.
And yeah, that's where they say they're the students. Not the students, the servants. Got Susan
Sure?
again. Yes, for God's sake. Yeah, you have to teach me.
Eat spicy food.
Yes, basically. And yeah, we'll go to the arcade again, why not? So we headed into the arcade, had a whale of a time.
So,
Let's see, prepared. As ready as I'll ever be. I couldn't deny that I was nervous, but I had to try. This party was more than what it seemed, and I'd done all that I could to prepare for it. Now it was all up to fate. The other boys smiled assuringly at me, which made me feel a little bit better about everything. I looked at my phone and marked the time. Almost right in cue, the doorbell rang. I gulped. And yeah, then we had the guests coming in. Okay, let's pay attention to this.
How do you feel living on
Yeah, let's see. It's been okay, why not?
Sorry about your grandfather passing away.
Okay. Yeah, actually, let's go with this. I need to go.
college plans?
What? Didn't we tell them we needed to go? They're still bullshitting us there. I mean, does it even make a difference what you click on here? I don't even know. But okay, there's a possibility.
What do you think will
Company,
happen?
company. I have no frigging clue. Let's go with that. Yeah, let's see. I'm first. Let's go with that. Oh, actually, I don't really pay attention
Do
to
you
what's
think
here.
the company should expand?
Expand. Leave now. Let's just do that. Great. Skip. Oh, we can actually keep going.
I'm Andrew.
Yeah, whatever. Place your hand in his. Why not? As I placed my hand in his, he raised it to his lips and kissed over my knuckles. Felt my face burnt slightly at the gesture. Andrew smiled at me before releasing my hand.
I'm honored to be invited here.
My mother smiled at both of us, which made me slightly concerned. Why was she excited to introduce me to Andrew? Clearly wants to marry them off. But there you go.
Organized this party very well, Miss Anderson.
Indeed. And we skip it. Oh, actually, I will say thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, you're welcome.
Praise is
Yes.
very much deserved.
Indeed. And then basically he gets going. We can actually follow him this time, why not? I quickly followed Andrew, wanting to be sure he was alright. I felt a little embarrassed that my dad put him on the spot like that. I had to apologise. Oh, here we go. We wound up getting tongue-tied. We wound up outside. The stars practically danced on the grass, as they do. As we stood in the backyard at the mansion, it had been my first time in years being out there, but my thoughts weren't on the nostalgia. Hey, Andrew. Andrew turned to me in surprise. However, his face was completely red, both embarrassment and humiliation. I felt terrible.
Oh, I didn't see you or hear you following. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I should be the one to apologise.
What for? You didn't do anything wrong.
I mean, for the way my dad behaved. He shouldn't have been so...
Oh, no, it's fine. I mean, I should have expected it and been more prepared.
Indeed. Andrew rubbed the back of his neck and gave a goofy grin. It was intriguing seeing Andrew's professional side and then seeing a goofy smile away from everyone. Still, I'm sorry for that.
It's not a problem, really, but thank you.
We both smiled at each other before I reached my hand out to him. He tilted his head and raised an eyebrow in confusion. Trebinyan. My name is Trebinyan. In understanding, his smile returned before he took my hand gently and shook it.
That's a pretty name. I'm happy to know it now.
Indeed. No, it's not that nice. What do you mean we got to handpick it?
I have to disagree with you. It's much better than Andrew. I mean, who names their kid Andrew?
A lot of people do.
But how about Axel or Ace? Something cool like that.
Really. He's been watching too much anime. Anyway, I couldn't help but laugh at him. He was pretty chill for a guy who was supposed to be a vice chairman's son. He grinned and laughed along with me. I don't know why, but I felt warm. Whether it was the almost non-existent breeze or the situation we found ourselves in, it felt nice.
Lewis.
Oh, here we go. Mr. Anderson. And just like that, the feeling had vanished. We both turned to see my dad at the doors of the mansion, staring at Andrew with almost a deadly glare. Andrew straightened up, trying to maintain a business posture. Yes, sir. Oh, right, he's saying that.
Your limo is in the front. The driver has requested that you return home. Now.
Oh, all right. Thank you, sir.
Andrew quickly nodded to me before speeding back into the mansion to leave. As I took a step to follow, my dad stepped in front of me. Dad.
I don't want to hear it. Do not become friendly with him. He wants to take the company away from us. You have no reason to be friends with him.
Before I could retort, my dad turned away and walked back inside, muttering about how the party was nearing an end. I sighed and entered the house as well, wanting for the party to end immediately. Bit of drama. Eventually, only Susie, Naomi, my parents, and the incubi were left. My dad looked at me in slight disappointment. I looked back at him in confusion. What did I do?
I overheard your conversation with our guests. You were stumbling as much as Lewis did.
Oh well, but I
don't want to hear excuses. I expect that you'll work on your speaking skills while you remain living here.
just saw.
Alright, your mother and I have to leave. I'm sure Naomi and Suzu need to leave as well. Just because it's Saturday doesn't mean you should stay up all night.
Jesus, what a grouch. Oh, right, yeah,
Thanks
sure.
for having us. It was a great party. We'll come visit tomorrow or something. All right?
Alrighty,
Good
see ya.
night, sweetie. Come visit us soon.
Will do. All 4 of my remaining guests left, and we basically continue onward. He tried to take us on, and let's see, get out of my house. Okay. Oh no, actually, this is going to be treated as something new. Malix growled at me, walking right up to me and leaning close to my face. I glared back, feeling my courage skyrocket.
Since when does a little stain like you give orders to a guy who can rip your pretty little head from your body?
You really don't think, do you? If you kill me, you'd be hunted down by more than just the police.
You little...
Yeah, let's see. Well, let's do something different this time. Run. Right, why not? Oh! Okay, no.
You little...
Okay, run. What the fuck? Can I not select it? There we go. Ah, great. Well, whatever. All of a sudden, I felt a hand grip my hair and pull it back, forcing me to cry out and stare up at Malix. His eyes bored into mine as he calculated my face.
Sam! Eric!
Within mere seconds, Sam had punched Malix square in the jaw, forcing him to let my hair go. As I fumbled back, Eric caught me in his arms, gently pulling me away from Malix and back into their group.
Come on, Sam. You and me. Right here. Let's go.
Come on, asswipe!
However, before both could fight, the woman stepped forward and placed a firm grip on Malix's shoulder.
That's enough, Malix.
What? Who do you think you're speaking to, woman?
The girl who's going to help you kill them. Just not now.
Not now.
Oh, it's still new. I stared as the girl spoke down at Malix. She looked the same, just like pure evil. However, she seemed to be concerned for Malix, or for me.
There's 5 of them and 2 of us. Even if we come back with the gang, they can have the place surrounded by human police.
We shoot everyone.
Think! If we shoot everyone, we'll be hunted. And it'll be a matter of time before makeshift paladins come and try to exorcise us.
God, he's even worse than the Chaos Lord in the original Dawn of War. Oh god, anyway, the two growled at each other. If they could have used their magic, I could sense that fire would glow from under their teeth. Wait, glow from under their teeth. Alright. Malix grunted and glared at the boys. He pointed at James, wanting so badly to use his fingers like a knife. And yeah, basically then he ends up going, we end up going to sleep. So we can explore or we can do something different. Let's actually work on homework, why not? I had to work on my homework. I had school tomorrow regardless of what was happening in my life. At that moment I wished school was over. Welp, might as well get it done now. Reluctantly took my books out of my bag that sat on the floor. I made my bed into a study picnic area as I began to work through my homework. The benefit of doing your homework in the morning, not having to do it later. The downside, mornings suck for trying to use your brain for anything educational. Formula, blah blah blah. I felt my brain slowly start to ramp up the flow of logical thoughts, speeding up the time I was working on each economic equation I had. It wasn't a matter of me being smart about anything when it came to doing homework or doing well in class, but I was quick to learn and easily retained information. Heck, if only I could learn about the boys this fast. I stopped. Did I really just compare learning about demons to learning about economics? Well, demons must have their own economies, surely. It's 7 AM. It's too early to be alive, let alone make sense. I shook my head and continued to work. I returned to bed, feeling the weight of the morning could drag me under my covers to try sleeping again. I had energy, but I wanted more sleep. It was Sunday and nothing was happening today. Come on, eyes, back to sleep. And yeah, we go back there. We won't bother disturbing them. Actually, can we? No, actually, I think we did disturb them before. Oh, no, we didn't. So we'll say hey this time. All at once, the boys looked at me, frozen in their movements. I just stood at the doorway, staring at them for After my outburst, James getting tongue-tied. James was the first to break away from the group, stepping towards me.
Good morning. We apologize if we woke you up.
No, it's fine. I've been awake for a while now. I'm sorry I interrupted.
It's quite alright. We needed to stop anyway. We don't want to overwork Sam.
Oh, come on, I can handle more than those pity punches.
Your mind seems grateful that we've stopped.
Shut up, Damien.
Oh crap, we should probably make some lunch. I'm sure you're starving.
I can handle lunch if you like. You all seem to be very busy training to beat Malix. I'll take care of it today.
Whoa, seriously?
Like, totally. Yeah, why not? I'm not useless. I know how to cook and do other stuff too.
Well, no, I wasn't insinuating.
What he means to say is that we'd be really grateful if you could make lunch today.
No problem. As I turned to the kitchen, the boys went back to training. They seemed very determined to get better and to become stronger. Might as well make lunch today. It's been a while since I cooked. Lunch wasn't particularly hard. I decided to make. Doesn't really make any difference. Anyway, I did sandwiches before. I suppose we can do pizza this time. Why not? Pizza's always good no matter what time of day it is. Do we have any? Luckily, we had some pizza in the freezer to heat up. Pizza Amores, baked with love pizza, had all the makings of pizza types, including pepperoni and sausage, mushrooms, and extra cheese. Just top it, bake it, and serve. I'd have to get more later. Place the food in the dining room, then the boys, blah blah blah, and find one of the incubi. Actually, no, I think we did that before. Let's go to our room and eat. Did we really do that? No, we didn't. Alright, I decided against bothering them. They knew where the food was, so I went to my room instead and ate alone in my room. It's not my problem. I turned on my computer and started to jam to music as I ate my food. As I ate, I began to think about going out. There were so many places to go, things to do. Let's see. Yeah, we'll try the arcade again. Why not? Okay. Fun, blah blah. Yeah, let's play a game. Why not? Yes, beat her at whatever it was called. See us. Waved at Susie, and she quickly headed out of the gates and back home. I smiled as I watched her go before heading back inside. And Susie's sticking in her head. And let's see. To do something. Get her, stand up and walk away. Huh. Okay, I've had enough. Blah blah blah. Just beat the crap out of her again. Probably could have just chosen something a bit different actually. Let's actually see if we can. Why not? What? Letting me skip anymore? Oh, for fuck's sake. I guess we went too far then. Whatever, so this time rather than fighting, let's just wait. See Alex pull the trigger before bracing myself. I opened my eyes again to see Malix jamming his finger against the trigger, trying to shoot me to no avail.
Well, she either has the barrier spell on her, or you're losing your power.
Shut up! I'm not losing shit! This little brat must have that spell on her!
Well, it makes him rather useless then, doesn't it? I felt a wave of relief run through my body. The other devils laughed at Malix, which made him angrier.
I said, shut up!
Alex suddenly moved his gun towards a nearby devil and pulled the trigger. I stared wide-eyed as the bullet from Alex's gun rammed itself into the neck of the devil boy. The wound spouted fire and blood, causing the devil to scream and flail in extreme pain before falling limp to the ground. Well, things are turning out a bit differently this time, aren't they? As the body hit the floor, it began to almost deform and melt. Blood and black ash poured out of the wound in every opening that's body had, causing the smell of death to quickly fill the room. I felt like gagging as the body eventually stopped moving. The body became like a deflated balloon, showing me the true nature of Malix's gun. It was now just a pile of blood and skin. The bullet had burnt up the muscle, bones, and any structure the body had to give its form. That could have been me. That could have been me.
Anyone else wanna laugh at me? Huh?
Devils around us shut their mouths, obeying the warning of the obvious master of the space. Malix growled before glaring at me.
As I was saying, it must be some holy magic or some shit like that.
The girl who had kidnapped me stepped up beside Malix, looking at me. Malix wrapped a strong arm around her waist and pulled her tight against his side before burying his face against her neck. Eris didn't react, but continued to stare at me as Malix ravaged the shoulder and neck in violent kisses. Interesting timing for that. Eventually, Malix pulled away, licking his lips before looking into Eris's face.
Be a dear and get rid of her barrier. Now.
Wow, really making himself look useless. Yes. Away she goes. Without another word, Eris walked around me, out of my line of sight. As I turned my head to try and follow her, Malix raised his gun to my face once again, forcing me to stop moving.
I may not be able to shoot you yet, Brett, but there are other ways I can beat the living shit out of you.
Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's just do the opposite. Wait. I didn't say a single word. I knew how to defend myself against anything he had to offer. I was slowly losing my fear of him, and it was oddly satisfying. All of a sudden, however, I felt air escape me and rush behind me, sucked away from me by a mysterious force. It was like a large vacuum was pulling my soul out from my back. What was even worse was that I felt stuck in place as this was happening. I turned my head to barely see Eris holding a red orb that was absorbing a white stream of air and possibly magic from my body. Eris kept her eyes to my back, but Malix grabbed my face and made me look back at him, smirking.
That barrier around you won't be protecting you much longer. Be patient, little human.
Before Malix pulled away, he slapped his hand against my cheek a couple of times, not enough to force my head to turn, but enough to hurt and leave a powerful sting. I wanted to do something, I needed to. I was going to die if that barrier was removed. Actually, wait a minute. Let's just save this. I want to see what the result of simply waiting would do. Sure, yes. Yes. So, wait again, why not? I just stood there, that's all I could do. I waited for someone to save me, I waited for someone to stop Malix and Eris. Waiting was all I could do. Waiting was all I convinced myself I could do. Eventually, I felt lighter and the air stopped moving around me. Eris had finished her job. I didn't feel so protected anymore. I felt fear consume me as Malix's smoke grew horrifyingly wide.
That's it for you.
Malix quickly placed the barrel of his gun between my eyes once again and pulled the trigger. I didn't even get a chance to close my eyes. Wow. End, and that's it for you, end. Wow, what a messy end. Well, we got an achievement for that. Outstanding. Alright, well, let's have a look what happens when we fight then. Couldn't just use a normal gun, could he? I mean, really. Anyway, whatever. Let's fight. No way this was happening. Be a victim of this. Oh god, it's new. No way this was happening. No way was I going to let myself be a victim of this. I will.
What are you whimpering? Are you praying that the boys will come and save you?
I closed my eyes and took a breath before snapping up to one leg and sweeping my foot across Malix's face. Aha. Aha, whatever. Malix flew to the side and rolled, rubbing his cheek in complete shock. I could feel Eris step back away from me, leaving me to look at Malix and shake my foot out from the hit. Just beat him up the old-fashioned way. Malix quickly hopped up and growled at me, obviously surprised but irritated beyond belief.
You little bitch! You think you're tough, huh? Well, I'll show you your place. Come here!
Malix charged at me, dropping the gun that would never hurt me to the floor, and reaching oh no, it's still new, okay, reaching for my face. However, I quickly crouched down and swept my leg in front of me, knocking Malix down once again. There we go, that's more like it. I rolled back away from the fallen devil and glared as I rose back up to my feet. Just because I'm a human doesn't mean I can't kick your ass. I placed my hands in front of me before sliding over to Malix and slamming the tip of my foot into his head. One of the devils around us tried to step in, but Eris held out her arm, stopping them.
No! Stay out of it! Let Malik deal with it!
As commanded, the devils that surrounded us stood away from the fight. The group watching us was lost in intrigue as I stood up against their leader. I continued to kick at Malix, who tried to block my kicks with his arms. Brought a foot up before slamming it down onto Malix's chest. I definitely heard a rib or two crack at the impact, causing Malix to lose his breath. What I didn't expect was him grabbing my leg and pulling it out from under me. Oh, come on. wouldn't expect that really. It's a standard move almost when you're on the ground like that. I fell to the ground, landing with a loud thud. Oof. Clearly she hasn't watched enough action movies. I felt pain shoot up my arms and run through my body at the impact my body had on the ground. I tried to push off, but the pain forced me to stay down. Malix took that chance to roll on top of me and pin me down, glaring and smirking down at me evilly. As I tried to get him off, the futility of the situation dawned on me. I was fighting a devil, I was just a human, I wasn't magical nor was I special. Oh, come on. Up until then you were freaking beating the snot out of him. Alright, well, I wasn't going to beat him.
It's useless, woman. You're as good as dead. Bet you regret trying to fight me in the first place now.
Fear began to consume me. Oh, for the love of God, someone please find me. Oh, that's still going. Alright. Please someone find me. I prayed, I hoped that I wouldn't have to keep fighting. I was becoming desperate.
You have major balls trying to fight me. You're not even a man. You're a puny woman who's about to get what's coming to her.
What made everyone in that warehouse drop our fighting faces was the screeching of police sirens coming closer to our location. Malik smirked even wider.
It's time to have fun, boys. Make sure you kill them all.
Okay. The devils all seemed to get excited and started to walk past us to meet with the cops, but a loud finger snap stopped them and made them turn around. Malik's line looked to see us with a hand in the air post-snap. Why is it not letting me skip? I'm pretty sure we've seen this.
Enough, Malix. We've waited.
Okay, yep. Got angry. And away they go.
It's over. You can't even beat a human girl. You're losing.
Okay, yep. Ares, teleport away, yep.
All this for
Okay.
human.
And supernatural investigation.
You really think women...
And away they go. Yep. Okay, why? Whatever. Okay, they took him in left. They won't be coming back. Help by devil. Okay, I thought to stay alive there I was. Great.
Let's just get you home, miss. There's nothing...
Okay. Indeed, it was over. Okay, there we go. Now we've got that. So yeah, then we get Dinah coming in. Very reckless. Okay, open-minded. So this part seems to be rather unavoidable. Alright, so let us save then. Just in case. Sure, yes. We did a few things differently, not at the very least, so what the hell. Okay. Boys weren't here to protect me. What was I going to do? Make a deal, fight, give up the memories. We'll do give up memories first. That'll probably give us a game over, then we'll go over and make a deal. My mind began to wonder, were the memories truly worth my life? I remembered the way the boys helped organise the house party and helped me home after Malix's ordeal. But then I remembered, I'm only human. I wasn't a demon, I wasn't special. The world of magic was too large for me. I already had a world to face without magic being involved. I felt a wave of sadness run through me, replaying the memories of all that had happened. Past few days, one last time before speaking up. Fine, take my memories. I couldn't keep them, they were beyond my world. They were beyond what I needed to know. I was never meant to know of them. Dinah nodded.
Glad you understand now.
God, what a crappy game over. It's almost as bad as the other one, actually. But anyway, the pit beast below me closed its jaws, vanishing into nothing as I was lowered to the ground. I stood up straight and looked to Diana, resolved. Diana sighed before closing her hand and muttering Latin phrases under her breath, loud enough for me to barely hear. She then opened her hand and revealed a small purple vial. What is that?
A memory potion. It will remove all of the memories of demons and magic from your mind. With the memories gone, you can live your life as free as you want.
What about the boys?
I have a spell for them. As soon as you drink that potion, you sign your contract with me, and I will take the boys back to where they belong.
Will they remember me?
I'll make sure they won't. They won't even remember ever thinking about coming to the human world.
The death of memory. Why didn't you use it before now? Why do I have to drink it knowingly?
Because demon magic isn't black and white, dear. The one catch is that the potion has to be drunk with full natural consent. So I can't just slip it into your chocolate milk or pour it into your mouth as you sleep. That's the downside of good succubus magic.
Wait, she's a good succubus? Not then. So I'll be damned.
Plain, boring human. No potential, no abilities, no memories to even have abilities. You'll be a plain Jane girl in a plain Jane world.
Jesus. Alright, I nodded before looking to the vial, my memory in exchange for my humanity. I popped the cork of the vial and gingerly brought it to my lips. Goodbye magic, goodbye demons, goodbye strange future. Hello normalcy. I tilted my head back and chugged the drink down, feeling its magic already starting its work as it reached the inside of my mouth. I felt dizzy and sick, but I sucked down every last drop of the liquid. I felt the memories of the boys fade away. I never met them in my house when I moved in. I was never attacked by Malexor's goons. I never was kidnapped. I never met Diana. As I finished drinking, I felt my body grow weak, almost becoming unable to continue standing up. My vision was blurred and fuzzy, and I couldn't help but let my eyes shut. I asked for this. I wouldn't have the boys protecting me anymore. I didn't even open my eyes when I finally fell forward into Diana's arms.
It's for your own good, sweetie. Forget about it and be normal. I'm sorry.
I felt my mind slowly relax. There were no demons, no devils, no magic to drive me crazy. Everything was normal, everything was peaceful, everything was ordinary. Just the way Diana wanted. Just the way I wanted. Now fuck that, Jesus, you bet you're asking me going with that other choice. Afterwards. Anyway, eventually the morning arrived and the sun screamed at me to get up. Surprisingly, I woke up before my alarm clock, which was nice. I stretched out and quickly got dressed, getting ready for school. I went over in my mind what had happened over the weekend, suddenly feeling wary. I'd moved in Friday night, held a house party Saturday, and enjoyed my day Sunday. Yep, sounds right. So we get to continue, do we? Apparently. I scooped up my bag and headed downstairs to the dining room. The room was empty and I felt hungry. I needed to eat something. Oh, come on, there's going to be some clue, surely, that the demons left behind, unknowingly or unwittingly. I looked to my phone and saw a text I must have completely forgotten about.
Dude, are you okay? Did the drive home yesterday go okay with your dad?
Uh-huh. I tried to remember, but for some reason, yesterday's events seemed blurry and almost blank. I remembered going to school, dealing with Lizette, then going home. I don't remember, however, ever being picked up by him. Huh, indeed. Must have been, or else I wouldn't be safe at home. I rubbed my head, trying to shake out exhaustion. Damn studying. I sighed and texted back. Sorry, I forgot to text you back. Everything was fine. See you when you get there. Get here. I made myself some quick toast and coffee, needing a jump start. I felt drained and I did not want to fall asleep in class.